She was overlooked last year. Find out what happened to this cutie of a cat at this year's Clear the Shelter event.
Thanks to all of you who helped us with another successful Clear the Shelters event. On Saturday, NBC Chicago and Telemundo Chicago joined forces with dozens of area shelters that waived adoption fees to encourage more adoptions. Our Leanne Trotter has a recap.
Let's go home, Lion.
Everybody gets excited when an animal gets to leave the shelter, especially the adopters.
Good boy. Yeah, we're going to take you everywhere with us.
From the Naperville Area Humane Society
There we go.
to Paws Chicago to Animal Care League in Oak Park. In all, more than 45 Chicagoland shelters waived adoption fees Saturday in order to clear the shelters.
You want to play? Do you fetch?
It didn't take long for Lenore Sanchez to find a new companion.
As soon as they opened the crate, he jumped up to me and gave me a kiss. And we made a bond. And that's what I came here for, to make a bond with an animal. So I'm happy to take him home and have him be my new friend.
That's exactly what happened when Jessica Cohen met Lucas during last year's Clear the Shelters event.
They talk about that love at first sight thing, and I don't know if that's what it was. It wasn't one thing. I just saw him, and I was like, that's it.
We've been doing Clear the Shelters for years now, and it's amazing how many animals go out the door in a single day.
Remember last week we told you about Polly, who had been at the Michiana Humane Society for nearly 450 days? Well, we are told she has a potential adopter already lined up. In all, more than 3,600 Chicago area pets were adopted.
Oh, she's sold.
She loves you already.
She's sold.
Happy adopters and happy animals with new homes. Leanne Trotter, NBC5 News.
Oh, it makes you feel great. Because the lines were so long at Chicago Animal Care and Control, people were issued rain checks, which are good for this coming weekend.
Excellent. Hope there's some more families and getting together there.
And I'm Leanne Trotter at Hinsdale Animal Hospital for Clear the Shelters. Look at this little cute one. This is
cute.
Autumn. She's a year old. She just had some puppies, and she's one of many animals available to be yours to take home. We'll have all the details coming up, so stay with us. Hi, sweetie.
Today, 46 shelters in the Chicago area have one common goal: to get all of their animals adopted and clear the shelters. We love this day every year here. From 11 o'clock until 4, you can get an adult cat or dog with no fees. NBC5's Leanne Trotter is at the Hinsdale Animal Hospital, one of the many participating shelters. Good morning, Leanne.
Good morning to you. Yes, there's so many wonderful animals that need homes, and when you see their faces, you're going to want to take every one of them home. I have Dr. Tony Kremer here at Hinsdale Animal Hospital, and this is a day we look forward to every year.
It is. This is our third year of participating in Clear the Shelters, and it's just been a wonderful time for us to showcase some of the pets. We do adoptions at our animal hospitals all year round, but this is a time we showcase on the ones that are very difficult to find homes for. They're older pets, they're over a year of age, and once an animal gets to be over a year of age, it is a little bit tougher to find them a forever home. And so it's a great chance for this to get the word out about these guys that are a little bit of hard luck cases, and we're hoping that we find homes for all the ones we have here at Hinsdale Animal Hospital today.
Well, so what's strange is it's harder to adopt, but I prefer the older ones, and I think people have they're mistaken.
It's definitely a misconception, because a lot of pets that are a little bit older, they're over that puppy and kitten phase where they're tearing things up and destroying things. Many of them are already house trained and well socialized, and so I think that people think that once they're a little older, they're going to be a problem, or that they're in a shelter because they're a problem, but it's really not the case. A lot of these can be wonderful, wonderful pets, and a lot of times it's a lot less work.
Absolutely. So for folks that are thinking about coming out to adopt, what do we need to know?
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that we do a great screening process. We have people come in, they're going to fill out some paperwork when they get here, tell us about themselves, tell us about their situation. If you have other pets at home, make sure that you bring their medical records, because we have to make sure that if these animals are going to a home, that the animals that are already at the home are fully vaccinated and are up to date on all their wellness care.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Each shelter has their own rules, so before you go out to clear the shelters, whatever shelter is participating, look on their website and find out what their rules are. In the meantime, you can go to our website or our app, NBCChicago.com, and find out more information. So we're so excited. We'll see you a little bit later on, and I'm going to go pet some of the animals over there. Back to you two in the studio.
Hard to resist those sweet faces, Leanne. I want to pet them through the TV screen. Thank you.
One looked like he was smiling. It was so cute. We'll check back in for sure. A lot of those places, yeah, you need to bring an ID, maybe even your whole family. So for sure, check it out, NBCChicago.com.
It's awesome. We go every year, and it's just amazing.
It's so heartwarming to see the animals get their new family and the new family get a bigger member, and it's a beautiful event.
Today is Clear the Shelters. Leanne is there now.
And I am at Hinsdale Animal Hospital, where it's just one of more than 45 places that are waiving adoption fees so that you can take home a beautiful pet like one of these. We'll tell you what you need to know if you're coming out to clear the shelter. Stay with us.
And now to a big event we look forward to every year, NBC5 and Telemundo's Clear the Shelters event, 11 to 4 today. We're trying to find cats and dogs their forever homes.
And they get them. This is always a huge success, so we're super excited to do it again. NBC5's Leanne Trotter is at the Hinsdale Animal Hospital. Now, that is one of dozens of places that will be participating in this great event today. Good to see you, and nice to hear those dogs barking behind you, Leanne.
Well, they're kind of quiet right now. We're enjoying the silence, but you know, this is one of more than 45 locations in the Chicagoland area waiving adoption fees so that you can come out and find a new dog or a cat to be part of your family. I have Dr. Tony Kremer here, and we're here at the Hinsdale Animal Hospital. And what are some of the reasons why some animals end up in shelters?
Well, it's a shame that a lot of people think that animals that wind up in a shelter are there because they're badly behaving animals. It's so not true. I mean, a lot of sad things happen. Sadly, owners pass away and perfectly wonderful pets wind up in the shelter. Some people just don't do their research beforehand, and they don't know what kind of commitment a pet is, and they don't maybe get them to obedience class and do some things that are really, really important when you get a new pet. You know, and lastly, I think that we really, when people are thinking about a pet, they need to ask a lot of questions. Make sure that they find out a lot about the animal's personality and behavior. Make sure that their landlord or where they're going to be is that it's okay to have pets, because many times people adopt pets and then a landlord says, nope, you can't have this dog or cat there. And again, a very wonderfully behaved animal winds up in the shelter. We don't want to see that. So make sure that you check all those things out beforehand.
And also, too, finding a pet that fits in with your lifestyle.
Very important. These dogs all have different personalities. These cats have all different personalities. You really have to make sure that you come in, interact with the pet, bring your children, bring other pets, so that we make sure that everything is going to work out right from the beginning.
And I know a lot of shelters, if it doesn't work out for some reason, you can bring them back.
That's always the case. I mean, of course, we don't want that to happen, but we know that there's reasons that are going to happen where children become allergic to a pet or something of that nature, that it just doesn't work out. So we always want to be here and make sure that we're dedicated to these pets till they find their forever home.
That's right. So if you're coming out to clear the shelters, go to NBCChicago.com or go to our app and find a shelter near you. And also, just have fun, because that's what this is all about. You're finding a new family member. So we'll talk to you guys in a little bit and have fun with the dogs in the meantime.
You're so lucky.
I've been keeping myself busy.
Oh, the floppy ear guy behind you.
It's my favorite day.
Yeah, I bet. I just want to give him kisses.
I know.
So cute.
It's always the little ones that are the barkiest.
Yes.
I'll give them kisses for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Leanne. We'll check back in.
Pass along our kisses for sure, Leanne. Plus, today is our Clear the Shelters event.
That's right. We are here in Hinsdale Animal Hospital with Help Save Pets, their adoption center. We're going to talk about all the animals available for adoption today for Clear the Shelters. I'm Leanne Trotter, and we'll have much more coming up. Stay with us.
Well, if you have been thinking about growing your family, maybe today is the perfect day to do it. NBC and Telemundo are sponsoring Clear the Shelters, where adoption fees are waived for adult cats and dogs.
NBC5's Leanne Trotter is live in Hinsdale, one of the shelters taking part in today's big event with lots of cute pets. Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Kate. Hi. Yes, so we're at Hinsdale Animal Hospital. They have Help Save Pets Adoption Center, and Tony Kremer is here, Dr. Kremer. And we've been talking a lot about dogs, but I wanted to talk specifically about special needs cats.
Yeah, it's not all about the dogs today. We've got a bunch of cats here for adoption, and we definitely wanted to point the spotlight on Sophie, who is a FIV positive cat, and that's feline immunosuppressive virus, a lot like HIV in people, but in cats it's something that it's not very transmissible. They'd have to bite or scratch another cat, so we're looking for a special home that has either no cats or other FIV positive cats, but these cats can live a perfectly normal life, never have any symptoms, and so many times they get put down because they are FIV, but it's just a special case that we have to work out and find the right family for the right cat.
So you have to give them shots or something like that?
You know what, to be honest with you, most of these animals, I mean, if they do have symptoms or have some problems, they can get sick and they may need different treatments for this, but for the most part, having this is not a death sentence, and they can sometimes live out a perfectly normal lifespan that a cat would have.
And so that's why we're saying special needs cats. Any animal that is a special needs is still an adoptable animal.
Absolutely. There's a lot of pets that have wonderful personalities. They may have had an illness in the past that's going to require some treatment, like something like diabetes, or that is perfectly manageable. But obviously it's something, and it's a commitment that someone has to take on. And when people do, boy, we just applaud that, because they're tougher to find homes for.
And they need homes too, so we wanted to include them. So today, more than 45 area shelters are waiving the fees for Clear the Shelters. It's a chance where you can bring home a dog or a cat and, you know, have a new family member. I mean, that's what pets are today.
That's right. These guys just make wonderful companions. And again, the fact that they're all pets that are over a year old, they're much harder to find homes for. So that's what we're showcasing today for Help Save Pets and for Clear the Shelters, are some of the little more hard luck cases. So if you're thinking about a pet, you're on the fence, you don't want the work of for a puppy, a kitten, because it is a lot of work, these guys can be a much simpler pet and make wonderful long-term pets.
Absolutely. Go to NBCChicago.com to find all the participating shelters, and we hope to see you out today. Back to you two in the studio.
Oh, our hearts are melting. You hear those meows and those cries.
Take me home.
Leanne, thank you.
So cute. And lots of folks, our NBC people, will be at these shelters today to say hello, taking pictures, including this lovely lady right here.
Yeah, I'll be out there, Paw Chicago here in the city, and it'll be a great day. I've done it every single year, and
So
I
much
love
fun.
it. I love to see the families take home their new special friend, and then the pets get their forever home, and it's just so special. I sometimes cry, I'm not going to lie.
I do
All right.
too. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Animales como este ya tienen un nuevo hogar gracias al evento Desocupar los Albergues. Yo tendré más información en solo minutos.
Y de esta forma, con ladridos, maullidos y muchas sonrisas, Telemundo Chicago el día de hoy se unió a una cruzada nacional para desocupar los albergues. Hoy, gracias a todos ustedes que nos están viendo, muchos perros y gatos ya tienen por fortuna una nueva familia que los va a querer. Marilena Podicello estuvo presente en uno de esos refugios participantes en la comunidad de Riverwoods y desde allí nos tiene mucho más.
¿Qué tal, Alfonso? Ha sido un día maravilloso aquí en el albergue Orphans of the Storm. Hemos sido testigos de mágicos encuentros y muchos de ellos sabemos que se convertirán en uniones para toda la vida. Sus nombres son Julie, Tomboy, Sky y Elfie, y todos ellos llevan mucho tiempo soñando con un nuevo hogar y con un dueño que los ame de por vida. Onyx estuvo de suerte. Esta familia de 8 miembros acaba de adoptarlo y pronto lo llevarán a una nueva casa para mimarlo día y noche. Se portó muy bien cuando lo sacamos al área verde, especialmente con nuestra hija pequeña, así que nos sentimos muy afortunados de haberlo encontrado. Shadow y Betsy también se sacaron la lotería. Su nueva dueña Victoria dice que desde que los vio se enamoró de ellos.
We came yesterday and
Vinimos ayer y los vi, y cuando me fui a casa me arrepentí de no habérmelos llevado. Llamé y pregunté si los podían apartar, pero me dijeron que no. Pero hoy que vine, aquí seguían y me puse muy feliz. Esta pareja anda en busca de un gatito y ya le echaron el ojo a uno.
Hay uno negrito que no tiene colita, creo que se la cortaron, anda por ahí, es bien juguetona también.
¿No te importa que no tenga colita?
No, no me importa, a mí me encantan todos.
Amanda quiere que sus hijos convivan con animales y aprendan a respetarlos, y por ello, hoy busca un gato.
Los animales es como uno, los tiene que tratar con respeto, con amor, porque ellos no saben nada más que amor.
Si usted nunca ha venido al evento Clear the Shelters, no deje de hacerlo el año entrante, pues como dice Jessica, de este evento nos beneficiamos todos.
Creo que es algo muy bonito, le ayuda a muchas personas que tengan los animalitos en casa y sabemos que los animales ayudan a bastante cosas, curan la depresión, es bueno para nuestra salud, son nuestros mejores amigos varias veces, ¿verdad? Es increíble que hacen esto y me encanta.
One more happy adoption.
Para ver más historias, visite nuestro portal de internet telemundochicago.com. Desde el suburbio de Riverwoods, yo soy María Elena Ponticello. Regresamos ahora hasta los estudios.
Muchísimas felicidades, seguramente los más pequeños son los más contentos, pero bueno, cuando se trata del cuidado de las mascotas, hay cosas que se tienen que tomar en cuenta para asegurarse de que la transición del animalito en el hogar sea la mejor.
Es muy emocionante adoptar a un animal y llevarlos a la casa. Hay que entender que ellos llegan confundidos porque llegan a un lugar desconocido. Es importante tenerles mucha paciencia y entenderlos. Ellos poco a poco se sentirán seguros de sí mismos.
Y sobre todo mucho amor, como decía una figura muy importante y conocida. Pero bueno, les contamos que desde que Telemundo Chicago y nuestra cadena hermana NBC5 comenzamos esta campaña en julio, ustedes, los televidentes, nos han ayudado a conseguirles casas a aproximadamente 1,340 animalitos tan solo aquí en la zona de Chicago. Gracias de verdad a todos ustedes por su apoyo, por su cooperación y sobre todo por ayudarnos a desocupar los albergues.